How's everybody doing? Guys, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm so tired. Like when I say like I'm dead tired right now. But I wanted to do the show tonight because everybody was so nice to me last week. Like, oh my gosh. Everybody was so nice to me last week for my birthday. Which I really appreciated. Oh my gosh, and then you know who the nicest person was? Like the nicest. It was Danny. It was you. You're so nice to me. I wish that I could have recorded evidence. Um, you could just speed past all the comments that she rudely left under my picture, talk about Twin is not pushing back at all. No, she didn't mean it. Also, everybody who commented on last week's episode, I promise we're okay. Like I promise we're okay. Like people got really scared. Like I know like people were really upset. The comments that y'all was leaving behind were kind of crazy. You're like, oh my god, it felt like my parents were arguing for 20 minutes. We're not we don't mean to create children of divorce. That's
I
not
don't mean to create children at all.
correct. Let's start.
23.
Let's start there.
I'm not your mother. But you know what? I can be like a cool sister. But yeah, no, people are like, oh my god, Dynamite Diaries is dead. The lines have been crossed that can never be uncrossed. I actually don't think so. I think we're good.
Somebody actually did me. They said, I love the whole unfortunately you're stuck with me dynamic you have going on. And it meant a lot. And then I said, now this is accurate. This is pretty accurate.
Yes.
That part is
Um,
real.
look, when Lyric and I have our big falling out, it will be much more dramatic.
Trust you will know.
There will be statements written on both sides. And blocks. Look, I cannot legally get
this
into
pamphlet.
Huh?
That was you. You were breaking up a bit.
Not true. Not true. I'm up. You're breaking up. Okay, please hold.
Um
Once there was a way.
The Wi-Fi started going. But I think that it's me. It's me going out.
Aha! Guys,
listen. This is I'm not on my own Wi-Fi right now. Okay, chill. I can't control this.
I'm innocent.
Everybody be cool. For once. Oh, it was me for once. Well, okay. The score is still 100-1. I mean,
it's gotten so much better though. Mine's gotten so much better though. Don't even cap. And I also want to give a massive shout out because someone sent me a computer. So now I'm able to do this on my computer instead of my phone. You guys are the best and I love you so much. Shout out to Mads. We love you.
That's nice.
It's crazy. Like that's crazy.
They say you're so funny, but you do need a computer. You're so funny. You're so cool. I love your content, but I realize if I don't do something, it's never going to get any better than this.
I think the crazy part was that I literally yes, I feel like Black wrestling is getting bigger and like I'm having more and more opportunities and they're great. I refuse to invest in this, even $1. So the fact that somebody was, was that's crazy. Thanks so much. Love you bad. What should we talk about before we talk about Dynamite? Let me say this. I want to add the caveat. I cannot talk about Team USA. I don't have the brain.
Can we talk about
capacity? No.
You can't even
talk about it anymore. It was my whole day. We could come back to it next week. But I really, y'all, please just let me have this one, okay? We can cover other relevant things, but man, I've been in the trenches today.
That was my side topic for today. So I actually just don't know. We might just have to talk about wrestling.
Well, I can find another side topic. You ain't got to worry about that.
I'm not saying that was for today.
Your Wi-Fi sister. Wow, is this what it felt like, guys?
I don't know what you.
Guys, this is terrible. This is a skill issue. Um, Lyric, what are you gonna do about this? Because we literally like this is glitch city over here.
I don't know what to tell you.
I got a hot spot.
I can try to go downstairs. You know what? You talk.
Okay, I can do that, no problem. Okay, guys. So, in the meantime, like I said, I can't talk about Team USA right now. It's just like that's a lot. You took me off the stream. Okay, that's a lot of brain space. What I will say is we can talk about other sports. Collegiate gymnastics. If you guys aren't watching collegiate gymnastics, you're 3 steps behind and you're lame. Make sure you tune in. I'm a Bama girl. They're doing incredible. But otherwise, UCLA, if you like watching gymnastics during the Olympics, Jordan Childs is on the Olympic gold medalist. She goes to UCLA, so watch that. Softball has the best postseason in all of sports, so make sure that you watch that. What else is going on? Guys, I started a new job this week. So I'm screaming, crying, throwing up, adulting. I'm low-key also having a midlife crisis about turning 24. I'm like, I wish I was kidding. I wish I was kidding. Honest to God, I am not. I'm really, really going through it. I'm like, oh, midlife crisis. Like, look at the state of the world. Look at climate change. I'm not making it to 50. Are you serious? Absolutely not. Yes, Olympic gold medalist Layla Edwards. Claps to her. Claps to all the women. Like I said, guys, I cannot get into that today. But we will circle back. Trust. You will be dealt with. What else is going on right now? Guys, I'm gonna talk about heated rivalry one more time. Connor Story. What a fantastic man. Everybody watch SNL this week to support my lifelong crush that I met 2 months ago. I've never even met him. That's worse. Whatever you got going on is worse. Okay, yeah. So I don't know what's going on with Lyric, but like I said, one thing about me, I can fill some time. What else is going on? Guys, that monkey! Punch the monkey. Is oh my god. It's another thing, like if I stop and I think about it too much, like it will genuinely make me throw up. Why are they being so mean to that monkey? And you know what else? I don't understand. Like, I'm really torn up about this Savannah Guthrie's mom. Like, why did they take that lady mama? Why did they take that lady mama? Like, hello? Like, come on. I don't understand how in 2026 we haven't been able to. Oop, it says I'm Lyric. In 2026 we haven't been able to like identify the kidnappers 3 weeks later.
What were you talking about?
That TV lady mama, Savannah Guthrie mama.
Oh yeah, she gone.
Why did they take that lady mama? Like what?
What did she say?
I don't know. The last update was like this morning, and they offered like $1 million ransom. Like not ransom. Yeah, $1 million to.
No, I meant like, what did she say? Like, did she say something like super political before this, or like?
No.
Oh my god.
That's like, why did they take that lady mama? It's crazy, truly
Crazy.
I don't understand. It's just like I don't understand how in 2026, like the FBI, you telling me y'all don't know? 3 weeks later, y'all don't know nothing. Hello? When you've got shit on camera, when you've got like you think you have evidence, when you have like, hello? Federal Bureau of Investigations, can you investigate? Lyric, this is terrible. And the way that she's frozen is very funny. Can someone please take a screenshot? Don't say that. I hope that lady mama okay. I hope she's okay. That's just like, that's a really terrible situation. The whole thing's bad. I'm trying to think what else. What have we been watching? What have we been listening to? Guys, I switched from Spotify to Apple Music because I realized my dad's been paying for an Apple Music like joint account for the family. What the hell? So why would I not use that? So unfortunately, I'm an Apple Music person. It's terrible though because I don't have any of my playlists. All the Ring cameras are connected and surveilling people. Like, come on, like come on, go get that lady. I just don't. I really don't get it, and maybe that's just for me not understanding crime, whatever. I I also don't understand how you write a ransom note or multiple ransom notes, deliver them to fucking TMZ, and they can't track shit down. That's crazy. Lyric Swinton. Melius. She ain't got it, Your Honor. She ain't got it. Um yeah. There is an app that you can actually do it straight up with Apple Music. You can switch the playlist, but like now I gotta go search all of them, and it's like I don't know what they're called. I just know it has the vibe. I just know I have a vibe, and Apple Music doesn't have like day lists. Um, yeah, lyric. Maybe turn your camera off. Maybe just the audio, perchance. Um, also, guys, look at the shirt my mom got me. Isn't that fun? And accurate. I think Lyric hates us. I think that's what this is. Maybe because it's the last episode of Black History Month and we have the forces of evil, the clan, Chris Jericho. He said, yeah, me getting a laptop changed the Dynamite Diaries timeline. Now Lyric's Wi-Fi is in jeopardy. It's true. I've upset the balance of the world and I don't know what to do. Yeah, maybe I could FaceTime, hold the phone. You know what? Everybody's so creative. I gotta put a fun picture there. You guys are really fun, and you're asking me to do a lot more than I'm virtually capable of. Well, 28 didn't push back too hard. That's crazy. I hope she can hear y'all because she talking crazy about y'all. Oh, she's gone. I texted her to do this. We run in Black History Month back in March. Okay, so here's the thing. March is, of course, Women's History Month. That makes, to me, the first 2 weeks of March, like the last week of February and the first week of March, that's Black Women's History Month. Okay, we've got the overlap going. So as a consequence, yeah, it is now officially Black Women's History Month. Everybody make sure that you shout out particular Black women. Someone called Chris Jericho Grand Wizard. I don't think that's great. You know that video of Dr. Uma? That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that. Should we talk about wrestling? I don't know if she's coming
You
back.
hear me?
Lyric sighting. We can't hear you. Cause you hear us? They was talking about you crazy.
I can see the comments. Guys, when I say I'm having a crazy time, I will be able to tell you where I am after I leave. Because safety.
Yeah, you've learned now.
Sure. But yeah, I'm so tired. I'm just so tired of this shit.
We're up. No, come on, get up. We're okay. We'll do a shorter show today because honestly, not that much to talk about. I didn't think all of Dynamite was interesting. Oh,
we do have something to talk about, which is the fundraiser. Our fundraiser officially kicked off on February 21st, aka my birthday. Our fundraiser for the National Immigrant Justice Center, as well as the Civil Liberties Defense Center. I'm gonna be honest. So we set 3 months to like raise $1,521, and we're already over a third over the goal, which is crazy. We have raised $540. I'm super excited. I think I don't want to get too cocky here, but I think like we have a really good chance. You know?
I don't think so.
Okay, well,
it's important. It's important that we don't believe, and then it can be like a pleasant surprise if it does work out.
Well, I have put the link right here for you to be able to donate to the cause. So many of you already have, and y'all can continue to. This is really awesome.
What I promised and you're frozen again. So she can't interrupt me. What I have promised was that I was going to verbally berate everyone who was watching and had not donated. Have we reached an incredible amount of our goal? Yes. Was that reached by like 5 people? Yes. So shout out to those 5 people. The rest of you, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Of course I'm kidding. Somebody's gonna clip that and be like, "Oh, Danielle's shaking people down for money." Whatever. Um, but no, thank you so much to everybody that's donated. If you are able, please consider donating as well. I also added that Black Girl Wrestling, hopefully by the end of this week. Well, yes, by the end of this week with something coming out on Sunday, will be eligible for super chats. So any super chats that I get over on Black Girl Wrestling, if you're watching there, from now until my birthday, May 21st, at the end of our fundraiser, I will be donating directly to the cause as well. So it's not just y'all's money; it will be our money as well. We're all in, folks, to try to do something good. In the meantime, Lyric, this is terrible. This is terrible. Generationally bad. Oh, brother. Anyway, should we talk about Dynamite? Is there anything else anybody wants to cover? Like,
You're terrible.
me?
Yes, you.
What? What'd I do?
I'm having a bad time right now. Okay, all the times you ever had technical difficulties, and you were like, "No, leave me alone." You just do it every day, every day. It's like the first time this is happening to me, and it's completely out of my control. Be cool. Be cool. Just call me.
Wow.
It's
Sensing a lot of hostility
having
coming
a
from this
crazy
side of the
time.
room.
I'm having a
Wow.
crazy time. Okay, everybody. Oh my god.
Ah.
Just call me.
I don't have your number saved.
You left.
She's so easy to rage bait. I just can't resist. Okay. 2 segunditos and I'll call her. Why'd I just forget her name? What's her name? Lyric. La 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 la. Hello. Can you guys even hear that? Is that even worth it? You're not serious. It's not my fault. The echo is crazy. I can hear my echo on your screen, which means I know that the people can hear my echo on your screen of your thing. Problem solved. Problem terrible. What the hell? You can still hear the echo? No. I was being mean. You made that up. You just made that up. Yes. Why not? Okay, wait. You can hear when I held it closer. Okay, like this. I don't know. You're gonna have to like yell. Okay. Like louder. Yeah, I feel like you're playing. Like I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not. They said we can't hear you. They literally just said we hear her. They said volume up, but we, girl. Can you hear me now? You just gotta yell. Okay, I'm yelling. Okay, that's better. Yeah, you gotta talk like that the whole time. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. It is embarrassing. For you. It's so embarrassing. For you. Do you see how dedicated I am to doing this show? Seriously? Grind never stops. We should have just canceled. This is worse. By the time I thought about it, I was like, I think it's too short notice, you know? And because so many people had already given to the fundraiser, I think it would be kind of like, and it's the last Wednesday of Black History Month. I feel like we had to. Yeah, and the forces are working against us. Okay, but can they hear me? Yes. They said barely. Can you join the stream on your phone? Can we reverse?
I'm using the same Wi-Fi on my phone that I'm using on the computer.
This is terrible.
I have terrible service here. I'm sorry.
Wow. Okay. Before we talk about Dynamite, let's all go around and say one good thing. It could be anything positive. For Black History Month. Any positive thing. Lyric Sputton, would you like to go first?
Ooh, what is a positive thing for Black History Month?
You can't think of one thing.
I think it's really positive. The Kevin Knight push. It makes me very, very, very happy.
Yes, but we're not talking about wrestling yet, so do something else.
Oh, we're not talking about wrestling yet? I really like Megan Thee Stallion and Layla Edmonds link it up.
We just said we weren't going to talk about Team USA. She don't listen.
Oh my God, you have
she don't listen.
You have so many balls. Listen, I'm tired. I have like 3 topics that I've been running on repeat, okay? But, what's the thing for Black History Month?
Wow.
Oh, you know who I want to shout out? I want to shout out Lo. I hung out with her this past weekend over on Wrestling Wind-Down. And, like, she might be one of the smartest people I've ever met in my entire life. Like, obviously, this wasn't our first time, like, meeting in person or, like, hanging out or anything. But, like, just being able to, like, not be in a rush for time, doing, like, wrestling stuff and, like, get to know, like, the inner workings of her brain. Like, she's insane. I don't understand how she's not, like, leading merchandising for, like, a major company. Like, this is kind of crazy.
She's great. I met her in Texas, actually on the elevator, and Texas was so funny because, like, you feel like you, like, half recognize people because you're like, oh, that's who. But yeah, we're staying at the same hotel in the elevator, and I was like, I have something for you. But she's great. We love my good thing for Black History Month. Guys, all roads always leads back to Lewis Hamilton. Okay, Car 44 is a reason to live and breathe. Car 44 in Formula One is chat. I don't want to jinx it, but we might be so back. Ferrari looked like they remembered how to build a car, which I didn't know they were able to do. And if that rear wing that rotates really can do something, oh, you bitches! You know what? That I'm gonna get on him for a second. Lewis Hamilton has not had the machinery to do what he can do. If we are actually going to level the playing field a little bit more as far as the machinery, and it's going to come down to driver intelligence, the rest of you bitches should go home. Go home. That's raps. That's raps. You don't want to play that game with the GOAT. You don't want to do that. So yes, everybody manifest that for me. I need that on a deep personal level. We will be getting that 8th, technically 9th World Championship. Thank you so much. Mwah! All Elite Wrestling had a show tonight. It was called Dynamite. Lyric, do you remember how it started?
Yes, I do actually.
Oh.
The first match of the show was Jon Moxley versus El Clark.
Yeah, I didn't care.
You didn't watch it?
Oh, I did watch it. Just didn't care.
I actually cared a lot, and I didn't expect to. Like, bro, I love El Clark because he's evil. I think that you know, AEW has this whole thing of, like, all the luchadors, for the most part, being these nice, you know, really great, flippy baby faces, and I just like the fact that he uses his powers for evil.
I love it. I think we should normalize evil.
Not the person, but the concept.
Certainly not the person, and not the concept for everyone. I just think that
correct.
I get to decide whether or not you get to be evil. I mean evil in, like, the sense of, like, Gru from Despicable Me kind of evil.
Yes, I agree.
I didn't care about this match. I'm so ready for that, like, to move on. I know you guys probably, I was watching that match and I was like, oh, the chat gonna love this. I didn't care. I need that belt on Big Soup. Let's go.
I'll be honest, Takeshita, I don't know what you're gonna do, Big Brother. You need a gun.
Takeshita needs a gun.
They playing with you. Like, I will say, the way that Kyle's moving now, like, the way that Kyle's moving, Kesha gonna have to put him down.
Kyle Fletcher, you are a harlot. You have a happy home. Or you had a happy home. Then you had a wandering eye. And then you said, you know what? I know where home is. You went back. And now of all times, you're like, I'm actually going to act on that wandering eye. What the hell is wrong with you?
Okada is nobody's friend.
Okada, and you know the funniest part about Okada is he just be talking. Because literally, like 1 week, he'll just be like, you know what? We should tag together. I love you. Next week, I was just kidding. I didn't love that nigga. I love you. I said, you know what? Everybody's sitting up here talking about Andrade, a player. The only real player in AEW is Kazuchika Okada. Because he don't even remember he played.
Andrade ain't even really playing nobody because everybody knows exactly who they are.
Exactly.
You know, like, he ain't lying to nobody.
No. So yeah, ain't no happy homes around Okada. I tweeted it earlier, but Okada has never met a happy couple he was not gonna find a way to be a part of. He walked around with third just tattooed on his forehead. And then he take your man. He said, yeah, we're all going to do it together. It's all going to be great, polycool. And then he's going to convince the other person to leave you. That's what he does.
Kyle, you still haven't noticed that Okada doesn't even talk to you without bringing Takesha's name up.
No, literally. Y'all on a date, he always talking about other bitches. Hello?
He said, yeah, we champions, unlike Takesha.
Like, okay, we get it. You know other girls.
Also, too, and I mean this on a serious note, like, I hate to, ruin the fun. Okada, especially after the match that he had at Tokyo Dome, like, that next match with Takesha has to be, an all-timer, or we do have to put him on for our watch.
No,
and I mean that because the first one was okay. It was good. It was okay, but it wasn't what it needs to be. Because let's just be real, this Okada Takesha feud is moving at 0.5 pace.
Yes, agreed.
And if we're dragging it out this long, that next match does need to be 5 or minimum.
I agree with you, but regardless, it's not gonna make Okada a fraud. I think fraud watch is the wrong term. I think
fraud watch is the wrong term.
I think maybe Unk Patrol.
And here's the thing, I don't even know if the fraud watch it's not the right term. I don't know what to even call him at that point because I know for a fact it's a will issue, not
lazy.
A skill issue.
Lazy.
It's lazy. And it's like, bro, why are you doing this?
Hey, man.
Why?
We're going to put him on that Eeyore time.
Bro, Okada, when it comes to this Takesha match, I can't keep them off you if they start talking crazy about you at this point. You gotta, come on, man, lock in.
Look, he simply has to lock in. I believe that he will. But I also believe that even if he don't, that's still Cash Money Kazu. What y'all gonna do about it? And that's what I love about Okada. that is his attitude. And what? What you gonna do about it?
What y'all gonna do about it?
Hello? And the answer is not a damn thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm locked in, and also Kyle Fletcher got even extra points with me for finally making that belt pink. Thank you for your service.
You know what? Hold on.
It looks so good.
A moment for the pink belt because we have fought for this one. Okay? Y'all understand. The campaigns I've been running since before he was in the TNT title picture. Okay? Especially after Jack Perry got to mess with that belt. Everybody named Mama, myself included. Kyle, the pink belt, the pink belt, the pink belt diva. Finally, we get it. They don't even put that shit on TV. Tony Khan, you will be dealt with. Beautiful.
You know why? Because I will say, Kyle was a straight up babyface the entire time he was in Australia, as he should be. But also, too, that's why I do kind of think, Australia was a test run for them. It's all right. Because I honestly think that's why they didn't let him do the pink belt during the first reign, because they're like, oh,
People are gonna like that too much. Yeah.
People gonna really, and the fact that they've done it, it's like, okay, maybe they do want him to start being likable, and because listen, again, Okada is nobody's friend. This can only last but so long.
2 weeks.
And you know how Okada feels about anybody under 30 trying to come take his spot. He do not.
He don't
like
go for that.
For real. He do not take mentees. He does not like y'all for real.
I would love to see babyface Kyle Fletcher. I think he's going to be fantastic at it. AEW needs heels. So
AEW, here's the thing. I agree with that, but I also think that AEW needs heels in the main title picture, and I know for a fact that they're not going to put Kyle back up there anytime soon. So I kind of feel like he's spinning his wheels as a mid-card heel, if that makes sense. Like a jerk. If they were planning to actually boost him up with the rest of those guys, then sure, I would agree with you. Like, yeah, don't turn him. But
I don't disagree with you, but I don't think that there's going to be anything else for him to do as a babyface either. Because the reality of the situation to me is like, yes, look at the world title picture. All of those people probably gonna get that belt before you do. Is that fair? You know, we can make that argument. No, but I think that there's a long line at the top. So I think babyface or heel, Kyle Fletcher is a little bit stuck.
I know. I actually disagree because I think that if you turn Kyle Fletcher a face right now, even if he isn't in the world title picture, guess where all the rest of the top heels are? The Don Callis family. You know, there's so much opportunity there. You have Okada there. You have Andrade there. You know, like there's guys that he can work with. It's just kind of he's locked. He's been in. He's in a really bad position because yes, he can't accelerate. You know, elevate to the world title picture, but he also can't work the other top guys who aren't in the world title picture because he's in a faction with them.
But here's the thing, and what I worry about with that, and look, it's inevitable, but look, Kenny's still feuding with Don Callis 4 years later, 6 years later, 12 years later. It's been 40 years of Kenny Omega feuding with Don Callis family. And I just don't want, I think that Kyle Fletcher, without any plan for him, could potentially find himself in that same vortex of, you got to fight everybody. And matter of fact, since there's 10 billion bitches in the stable, you got to beat them all twice. No.
Correct. But again, the alternative is Kyle being locked in a vortex of not even being in the world title picture for about 2 more years. Like I just think that
I just don't think that that's. I think that that's not true because Ospreay's coming back, and
Ospreay's coming back, but Ospreay's also going to hold that belt forever.
I know, but if I definitely think Kyle Fletcher's going to get a challenge. Kyle Fletcher's going to get the opportunity to challenge Will Ospreay for that belt, and that within that feud, you can build other main event feuds for Kyle Fletcher based out of that.
I guess, yeah. But I also think that
because if Ospreay's coming back, Ospreay gonna be a babyface, and you still have Kyle Fletcher as a heel, and that is another massive match for you guys to do.
I don't dispute that. I'm not talking about Kyle challenging for the belt again. I'm talking about him actually being able to win it.
Yeah, like I said, that unfortunately we got a lot to get through.
I know, and here's the thing, I get you, and I think that's the point that I'm trying to make of just like it's a long road, no matter which way you slice it. For Kyle right now, it's just a long road, no matter which way you slice it.
Yep, I agree with that. Which is unfortunate for him because there's.
I feel like Takesha's locked into this, like, because the thing is, whenever Takesha, that's why they're dragging this out so much, because they don't have anything else for him right now. When Takesha's done with Okada, then what?
Yep.
I've never seen somebody work, like, if you gotta think, if Takeshita has successfully feuded with Kazuchika Okada, Kenny Omega, John Moxley, he holds pinfall direct victories all over these people, over all of these people. How do you? And he was he won a G1 Climax, went to the semifinals of the Continental Classic. How do you not? Whenever he's free from that, how do you not immediately push him to the front of the line to win the world title?
I agree with you, and I want it. I think the reality is like AEW's we'll know a lot more coming out of Revolution about what the world title scene's going to look like. So that will kind of give us a better understanding of, okay, as far as where the actual lineage is headed, we will know. Because if Hangman can't challenge for that belt again, we got to rewrite everything in my head.
Rewrite the
company. That is the dumbest. Now look, do I actually think that will be how it parses out? God, I fucking hope not. That is nightmare fuel. Truly. So I guess we could talk about that because there are only a couple of things I wanted to talk about as like main points. So it was that.
Let's talk about, if we're going in sequential order, I think we should talk about Swerve next.
I don't have anything to say. I didn't like that promo.
You're such a hater during Black History Month. Anyway, I thought that the Swerve promo was great. I actually really liked that he showed up even after, it was clear he was supposed to be banned for a week. Thought that was cool. Swerve isn't the best talker, but he makes up for it in aura. People care, regardless.
I agree.
I think he seems insane. It's something about Kenny and Hangman that really triggered his real, worser instincts. It always works out well for him. Did anybody ever notice that he's still wearing the chain in the outfit too? Just
yeah. I honestly, I thought this one was corny. I think Swerve a lot of times, like you said, he's not the best on the mic. Sometimes he toes that line. And like I said, usually he makes up for it because he's really cool. I did not feel like he looked cool today. And as a result, everything that I heard from him, I was like, And it was long. It was longer than it needed to be.
I do agree with the length. I do agree.
And I think that I always think that the longer your promo goes, or when it's clear you've hit a stopping point and you just keep going, that's when it gets cringy to me. And this had that. So this is not like an overarching declaration on Swerve but today it didn't hit for me.
Okay, I can understand that. I liked it, but I do perceive it was way too long and could have easily been more concise. But yeah, I am excited for Swerve versus Brody though.
Yes,
that's gonna be cool.
Yes.
I also think I really enjoy the way that this world title picture is being utilized right now. I love that all the top guys are working each other.
Yes.
I like that there are declarative wins and losses and people are, wrestling reputable opponents.
And all sticking around the world title picture and all with the same pursuit of the world title. Because I was really nervous, about Brody King. I've been like, okay, he's great and he's got such momentum right now. Are we really just going to act like that's not there? And so for everyone to stay around and to stay in pursuit of the world title while also having these feuds, I think AEW does not typically do a great job at that. And right now they're hitting the nail on the head.
I also think that MJF has been a really great unifier in that way of the world title scene. How do I say it? He inadvertently pokes a lot of fun at himself, which allows everybody else to come off as 10 times smarter. I think Brody still looks super cool after even losing the match. I think that Bandito walked away looking really cool. All of these people are walking away, I think, in just as good, if not better shape than they started, which I think is the true measure of, is title reign or not.
But that's fair enough, because that has not always been the case.
No, hell no.
That has not always been the case.
I don't think we could say that at all during his first title reign. I think everybody, except for probably Kenny, that's it.
And Kenny's an exception to everything.
Exactly. Kenny's Kenny, you know?
Kenny Omega glazing section.
And also, too, you have to remind yourself, Kenny and MJF only really ever had a match. They didn't have, a real program.
And the match they had was, Kenny was half there.
We didn't know that, though.
We didn't know that. And if you watched it, you have no idea. But that's why I'm just like, man, we will need that again. Kenny Omega is not on an IV drip, okay? I want to also add, yes, super excited for Swerve v. Brody. I'm even more excited for Bandito versus Andrade. You guys.
I started feeling things, man. Y'all don't get it. Y'all wasn't there.
Oof. First of all, Bandito being back, massive. Huge for me, huge for my brand, huge for AEW, honestly, because Bandito is one of those people that truly, when he is better, or not when he's better, because he's always great. When he's on TV, AEW is better. That's point blank, period. So to have Bandito back is incredible. To have Andrade, again, like we were saying, sticking around and, still involved in these feuds that we can directly tie back to the world title, even though we can't all have a world title shot right now. Bandito versus Andrade, genuinely already match of the year contender. Y'all don't understand. Clear the schedule.
You know what? I hate to bring. Well, no, I don't hate to bring race into it, because I think it doesn't have to be a bad thing to talk about these things, because it's not a bad thing. Right now, seeing multiple Mexican stars being pushed, and you got multiple black stars being pushed, of just I think that when AEW has really kind of emphasized that we're the best wrestle of just being a global company. Bro, everybody's from different places, different demographics right now. You got the Australians going crazy. You got the British, are doing better. Shout out the Brawling Birds. That Brawling Birds are carrying the British right now.
Which we will get to.
For AEW right now. But it's just, it literally has become this melting pot promotion of the best wrestlers in the world. Tekla is Austrian.
And it's so authentic. That's the thing, too. It's no, of course these things make sense, because that's what the world is. The world is big. The world is different. And the best in the world are going to be from everywhere.
Honestly, it's so crazy. AEW, you really do have to you got to belong to at least one minority group. At least one. No matter what that is, whatever type of, whether that's racial, whether that's, neurodivergent, whether that's being religious, because y'all saw Big Hebrew is now trademarked. Sure.
You know what's funny? Sometimes stuff comes on AEW and I look to see if it's trademarked already. As soon as something happens on AEW and I'm like, oh, I think they're gonna make a shirt out of that, I go and see how much it would cost to trademark it. And one of these days I'm gonna do it. One of these days I'm gonna sit there, and I hope it's somebody that I don't like, so I can just see their.
It gotta be something FTR related.
Something FTR says, and they're like, "Oh shit, that's kind of gas," and I immediately am purchasing that trademark. And I will put merch out.
It's such a melting pot. I think it's kind of crazy, bro. Speedball be going viral on what is it, Pink News? I saw Queen Aminata was making jokes about Ramadan. I said, this is where we all belong.
It's true. No FTR disrespect. I'll do whatever I want. I will disrespect FTR all the time. No, I said it in a nice way. FTR put on a classic tonight. Look, I will talk about the main event when we get there. It was a great match, but no FTR disrespect. It's Black History Month. And even if it wasn't, Baldy Glocks and they know what they did.
I will also say about FTR right now, this is 1000% the best version of them versus the Bucks. But just because you're doing better doesn't mean I have to start glazing.
And you're not, and Stokely Hathaway's doing better. That's what's making you watchable and different. But
also shout out to Stoke. I'll be honest. A lot of people had doubts when he was paired with FTR originally, and I was a lot of people. But he's managed to make this work.
I never had doubts in him. I was like, FTR's not that interesting.
I think I agree. I never had doubts with him, but I do think that I wondered, would this be a good fit of his talents, just because it was such a strong departure from the type of managing that he had done before.
I don't think so. Well, I understand what you mean, but I honestly, I think he has really, really added so much to them. That yeah, I mean, it's Black History Month. I'm not talking about Baldy Glocks no more until we get to the main event. What else?
What else happened?
The women?
Oh, no, before we get there, I want to talk about Orange Cassidy versus Gabe Kidd.
Really?
And actually, I don't want to talk about the match at all, because I'll be honest, I didn't really care. I really want to talk about Darby Allin. I feel like, and I was going to tweet this, but I said 280 characters is not enough nuance for what I want to say. I think it's going to sound crazy, but Darby is almost in the same place for me right now that Orange Cassidy is.
That's not crazy.
Okay, well, but thank you for making me not feel crazy. Because Darby feels so overexposed. But beyond overexposed and redundant, I think he just kind of feels out of time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes, very similar to what I've said about Jay White in the past. I think that AEW, when it comes to its top guys, everybody does have a time, but if you don't capitalize when your time is coming, like when it's your time, when it's your turn in the sun, there's no telling if or when you'll ever get a turn again. It's very, very, very few people who are like so ironclad, rock solid to where they always gonna be in the mix. That's what you got Hangman for. That's what you got MJF for. That's what you got Swerve for. And Osprey's up there. Mox is one of those people, right? But then you have those guys who aren't like the S's. They're more of the A tier. Even though they can be heated up to that level, they're still on the periphery, technically. And I think because Darby missed his opportunity, and don't get me wrong, like I'm sure he doesn't regret Everest at all, what she has said, and like he says, like, he doesn't even know if he even wants to be world champion, which is totally his prerogative, But I think that, I guess maybe AEW was looking for an opening for a while, and maybe they still are. But in the process, he was left in Death Rider land for too long. And everybody has moved on except for him.
I agree. Go ahead, son.
And now you have Darby is in a position where he's working with people who are supposed to be getting a rub from him to establish themselves. But he's not over enough right now to help himself, let alone a Gabe Kidd and a Clark Connors. That's why they running around here talking about something. We gonna kill Darby. We gonna hog tie.
And everybody said, okay.
We do that all the time.
Like, that's the thing. That's the thing with Darby. It's like you said, I agree with almost everything that you've said. He's overexposed. We do the same thing. How many times has the bitch been kidnapped? Oh my God. Like, how many times has he been hogtied? And the thing is, right, like, I think it's that coupled with the fact that you're not even really seeing him wrestle either. So we're coming here, we're doing the dramatics, you know exactly what you're gonna get. And I will say this. I think that at the end of the day, Darby Allin versus a much stronger man that wants to kill him will always pop me. That will always get me. Anything short of that, and right now, this is what this is. Right now, it feels like Darby Allin is absolutely just floating around here some of the time. And when he is here, you know exactly what you're gonna get. And it's not interesting. It's the same with Orange Cassidy. It's not interesting. It's the same with a lot of folks. Like, it's like, okay, whatever. These are people we're supposed to know, we're supposed to recognize. And just because they're on TV does not mean we care. Yes, we said the party ended 3 hours ago and he's still here. Yes, that's Darby Allin right now.
And I think, honestly, the biggest problem is that now, because Darby missed that window when it felt like he could have realistically and sensibly taken over the world, won the world title, been the big hero, right? Darby has now gotten to the point where he's not believable to be on that level with those guys. Like, yes, they grew up together, technically. You can't tell me that Darby and MJF are equals right now. They're not.
No. And especially when you consider the other people going after that belt. Like,
even Jack Perry, I saw him later in the night. I'm like, all right, we're going to have some pillow conversations, bro.
I don't know about all that. But I think
I'm a big Jack Perry fan. I can't lie to you.
I really like Jack Perry, honestly. I think that this scapegoat thing was, oh my God, it went on for so long. And he was, get the fuck in the air, bitch. But now that he has, I'm back. I'm Jungle Jack FC. But like I only have a couple more minutes before I have to go, and that means Lyric has to go because she has shitty Wi-Fi. So let's talk about the women.
Oh my God, you're so.
You do have shitty Wi-Fi right now. We jacking off. Yeah, many are saying this.
We literally figured out a solution, and we've been doing so well, and you decided to bring up my past.
It's the present, and it's true. You know, y'all want me to start lying on here? Y'all want me to start lying on here? Because that's what it sounds like. It's like, okay. Liberal. Happy fun, la la la, human smuggling, fentanyl death. Okay, let's talk about the women and then the main event. And if there was anything else that we missed, please let us know. But we got to keep it pushing. So we had women's tag belts were defended today. It was Willow and Harley versus Megabad. Match itself was fine. It was I think a lot of people were upset when Willow and Harley retained, but then was kind of, people realizing that looks like Penelope Ford got hurt, re-injured her foot. Hope that's minor and hope she's okay. But yeah, that was a tough thing to see, especially knowing like she just came back from that injury.
And it seemed like they were supposed to win.
Yeah, I think they were definitely supposed to win. So that I could shit on, and I will shit on the booking of the tag titles for so long because it's had issues from the jump. It's had massive issues from the jump. It feels like a little bit of a moot point to labor into that today because this wasn't the intent. This was nobody's intention that happened today. So I don't feel the need to, like really that feels like kicking someone when they're down or kicking a division that nobody had control over this. So I will say, regardless, go ahead and hand over those tag titles to the Brawling Birds. Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor are absolutely on it. And I've said it like on the show for maybe months now. Women's division needs somebody who's not interested in doing shit but beating people up. And that finally we have found it. Alex Windsor and Jamie Hayter are the perfect candidates to whoop some ass, and I appreciate that that's what they say straight up in their promos. They don't give a flying fuck, and they want to fight. That's what the women's division needs. We're not laughing, we're not giggling, there's no hee hee ha ha.
Nothing is funny.
Nothing is funny. Oh, I thought you had something else to add. Yeah. So I'm really excited to see where that goes. We will have to kind of reevaluate when we find out like what we're going to be able to do with these belts now that, you know, like I said, I think a lot of plans were altered tonight as a result of that finish. Sending all the best to Penelope Ford. I really hope that she's okay and she's able to bounce back quick.
I love Penelope Ford, as I've said numerous times, and like truly out of everybody, as the tag belts are concerned, there's nobody more deserving probably in AEW than her. Of the, you know, the tag belt specifically. She was an OG in the division. Every time she's been out of action, every time she's been injured before, she comes back better. She puts her head down. She does the work. Her and Megan took being the tag team so seriously from day one. Have great chemistry. I just really hope that it's nothing serious, man. Like, shout out to Penelope Ford.
Oh, we didn't talk about the men's world title. Okay, wait. No, we didn't talk about the stipulation. Okay, hold on. Let's talk about the main event and then we'll circle back to the boys and we'll try to keep both brief. I thought the main event was great. I love multi-men. I love tag team. Wait, pause. I love watching multi-men matches in wrestling. I love watching tag team wrestling. And I thought that this one was great. I think I tweeted it, but sometimes you can still hear and the voice and feel the spirit of Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. And I think that this is what this show needed, like in particular this week, was just a little bit of fucking nonsense. But I thought it was great. Honestly, I thought the Rascals were fantastic. I thought Myra Reed was great. And I don't even know what he was doing, but he was doing great. And everybody put their boots on. I loved it. Lyric Swank.
You know what? I thought about this. It was just like, don't get me wrong. Historically in history, I have enjoyed like the black men who are like bodybuilders and strong and beating people up. But I also like this era of just like black men just doing freaky shit. Like I think that's just
jump.
I think black people running around like Static Shock is pretty awesome. I love it. I think that's awesome.
I love it. This match was super fun. I'm probably gonna go back and rewatch it. Because there was just so much going on all the time.
Literally free anarchy in the arena.
Truly. And you know, all the credit in the world, as always, to the Young Bucks, because there's just never going to be another them. And if y'all are looking for some, like, y'all want some consistent, good ass wrestling, it's gonna come from the Young Bucks. Y'all want to elevate your tag division. Y'all want to elevate a multi-man match. Y'all want to do anything and make sure that it's watchable and people will like it. Put the goddamn Young Bucks in it. Thank you.
I think I've said this before, but the Young Bucks are probably going to go down mostly for their trio stuff, but they deserve so much more credit for their innovation when it comes to American multi-man wrestling.
Agreed.
They are the innovators and pioneers of the modern 6-man, 8-man, 10-man party tag in North America. And that's just a fact. And they just, whether it was PWG, ROH, you know, AEW, they are innovators and pioneers.
True.
When it comes to multi-man wrestling. And they deserve more credit for it.
And I think that when we talk about, I know we have to move on, but I think when we talk about like their legacy, and I think in a lot of ways they're never going to get the full credit for everything that they deserve, but I think that that's one way in which they're definitely, people aren't going to realize how much they do for multi-man wrestling until they hang it up.
Absolutely. Shout out to my goats.
Shout out Young Bucks. We don't shout them much very often, but we should.
And
We
we
love
should.
them. We love you. That's my family.
I need to praise them more.
Let's talk about briefly the men's world title and the stipulation. So out comes Cowboy, out comes Scarf. Cowboy says, rah, rah, rah. Scarf says, well, actually, and then he says, well, so what about if I flip this coin and it lands on heads, then we have to do my thing, and tails lands on your thing. First of all, lame ass fucking way to go about it. Come on, hit him or something. Whatever. He's like, okay, we're gonna flip this coin. Flips the coin. He's like, oh, I win. His stipulation is like a one-way no DQ. That's lame as fuck. That sucks. I was like, that's. I hated it. That's terrible. That's a terrible stipulation. At that point, and to me, like at that point, you genuinely should not even call it a stipulation match because it's just gonna piss me off. But so he's like, well, yeah, I won the coin toss, so it's gonna be a one-way no DQ. And then hey, I was wondering, I was like, this Cowboy's stupid as fuck. Take that damn coin. Why would you let him use his coin, silly goose? And then obviously out comes Jet Speed and Bodito, and they're like, well, you use a fake coin. Do you guys like my recap? They're like, you use a fake coin. And he's like, I use a fake coin. And they're like, yes, you did use a fake coin. And then Tony Schiavone says, well, I just got a call from the billionaire, and the billionaire says, as a result, it's going to be Texas death. If Hangman Adam Page,
yeah,
if Hangman Adam Page is not able to challenge for the All Elite Wrestling World Championship, I am going to Jacksonville, and January 6th will look like a playground.
No, stop. No, you can't say that out loud. However, I'm going to say this. And I saw some very performative on the internet.
I'm saying, guys, allegedly as a joke. Everything says alleged as a joke. It's alleged as a joke.
I saw some people, really performative people online talk about something. This is a great idea. Exactly.
Terrible.
This is what we need to do.
It's terrible.
Do you realize, bro, if Hangman can't challenge
terrible.
For that belt, if he can't challenge for that belt again, the entire world title scene as you know it almost collapsed.
Genuinely nothing works. Genuinely nothing works.
The through line for so many of these men to each other, to the title, is through him. You know, like, it goes, this is going back to, what, 2021? No, since the first day. Literally the first day of the company. He is the AEW World Championship challenger. Even if he's not the champion, he is the ultimate challenger. That's not even up for debate. Like, even to now, like when we're talking about Swerve as a heel, okay, where do y'all think this is going to go? Where else do you think this is going? I'm not gonna lie. I kind of understand what, if Hangman actually, I do think he actually has a chance to win this, though. Like, I actually do think he has a chance to win this, which is crazy. And the reason why is because I thought the play was gonna be MJF versus Swerve, but now that Swerve has already turned heel again, they're not gonna do heel MJF versus heel Swerve. I just don't think that not as champion. But I don't see Swerve not challenging for the world championship at least once between now and Double or Nothing. Which makes me think, okay, like, I can see them putting the belt on Hangman again if they just gonna take it right back off him, kind of like they did with Samoa Joe.
I could see the belt going to Hangman, Hangman losing the belt to Kenny, Kenny losing the belt to Ospreay. But in that,
I don't think Well.
But I don't want that. I think that you know what, for as much as we love and have loved Hangman and campaigned for him to be world champion at in 2025, it does not really make a whole lot of sense for him to be world champion right now.
No. Here's the thing. I think that they just booked themselves into a corner, and
which they do a lot.
I actually don't think. I think the play, especially they're not going to do the match at Revolution. I think that there's a better chance of Hangman dropping the belt to Swerve, and then Swerve dropping it to Kenny. Especially if they're saving
But the thing is, that's like a lot of hot potatoing the belt, because that belt is coming off Kenny in August.
I mean, here's the thing.
That's a lot.
I want to know where all of the wrestlers' head is at in the Revolution.
Exactly.
And honestly, even before Revolution, the belt was already been hot potatoed a lot. It went from Hangman to Samoa Joe to MJF fairly fast.
Very fast.
You got to think between July and December, the belt changed 3 times.
But that's what I'm saying. But we're talking about it going from MJF to Swerve, from Swerve to Hangman, from Hangman to Kenny, from Kenny to Osprey. Like, that's a lot. By August.
I'm gonna say that was one of my predictions for this year. I predicted, and from what I've heard from people, the belt was going hot potato around. Now, this is my problem. I'm okay with it going Hangman to Swerve to Kenny, or Hangman to Kenny, all of that. That actually makes sense. Just because these people are all connected. My biggest fear is somewhere in the middle of there, they're gonna try to throw Darby in there. No.
I don't think so.
Staff only.
I don't think so, especially not with the way things are going. I think it wouldn't surprise me if we had a sequence of shorter title reigns, because I think when Osprey wins it, he's going to have it for a while. That is going to be a lengthy world title reign. But like I said, I think we will all have a better understanding after Revolution, of course. I mean, and then people saying, well, if Hangman goes heel and just ignores the stipulation, and it's like, you realize how much work you have to do, and backtracking and verbal, in order to make that make any sense. Because the thing the issue that I've had with AEW several times over was that your word, not as a wrestler, not, wrestlers lie, performers lie, and then the characters themselves lie. It's not that. You as a company, your word needs to mean something. If you as a company are telling me that this is it, then that should be it. If you
know what though?
Go ahead.
I have a theory, and it kind of goes with that. Just think about it. Whenever AEW backs themselves into a corner, what do?
Call Mox.
They saw that too, but they saw on let's find some way to run back this Hangman Swerve thing. I have a theory that what's going to happen is that if Hangman loses to MJF, rather than Hangman align himself with Kenny to fight off Swerve, I think Hangman will align himself with Swerve and go full evil and try to kill Kenny himself, that's a whole nother conversation we'll have at a later date. But I do think completely going back on this, especially now that Swerve, now that he said, yeah, I'm going back on, I'm actually going to, now what? I don't see him not imparting some of that onto him if he ends up losing to MJF. I think that's just knowing how AEW works. That's their Hail Mary every time.
I think I agree with you. And somebody said, yeah, I feel like there's plenty of loopholes to turn in the future if they wanted. I just take issue with, I don't I think you could have made it more conditional in that case.
No, I agree with you. No, I do agree with you. I'm
You
saying,
shouldn't
like,
have,
I'm not saying,
you know, if because I hear you guys and being like, you know, Danielle, it doesn't actually mean you can never challenge for the world title again. Well, then don't say that. You know what I mean? Like, then use some other phrasing or something.
Again, this goes to AEW once again trying to paint you into these ultimatums.
Yeah, we don't have to live like this. Because had Hangman just said, even had he said, I can't challenge for the title for the rest of the year, whatever. Had he said, I can't challenge for the title while you're champion. I can't challenge, or like, I have to go to the very back of the line. I got to beat everybody on the roster in order to challenge again. Like, all of those things are doable and reasonable. This is an unreasonable thing to do.
He's so dramatic.
This
is like, when I say, like, that entire segment, these are just two most dramatic bitches in AEW telling each other exactly.
Like, okay, like, Diva. We're at the point. But guys, unfortunately, like I said, this has to be a shorter edition of the Dynamite Diaries. It's better than nothing, though, right? I mean, I don't know. Lyric not even here. But,
oh my God.
We love you guys so much. Please make sure.
Listen, we're supposed to be streaming on Saturday. It's going to be super casual. We might not even go the full time that we originally allotted, but we wanted to do a little closer to Black History Month. So
yeah. Everybody pay attention to Black Girl Wrestling and Lyrics Twitter for our information about that stream. We'll have more information about the fundraiser. Lyric, do you have anything you'd like to plug? You have to yell.
Oh my gosh, yes. I'll have interviews with both Athena and El Phantasmo out before the New Japan show on Friday, the beginning USA and Trenton. Obviously, Athena will be facing Shuri for the IWGP Women's Championship, and El Phantasmo will be defending the New Japan World Television Championship against Konosuke Takeshita. So that's going to be super interesting. I'm excited for the show. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to plug other than that. Just stay on the lookout. Oh, and also, I did want to say, Mark Davis versus Brody King was
fantastic. Yeah, we need that. Yeah, guys, make sure you go support both of those interviews. Athena, that's massive. I know you've interviewed her before, but still, that's massive. Brand new episode of Black Girl Wrestling on Sunday, featuring Sean Rossap for some reason. Yeah, he's here. Yeah, I don't know why he chose to be my next victim, but he is one. He is indeed one. And myself, someone be like, "What the hell y'all gonna talk about?" You'll see. You'll see.
I don't laugh at what men say very often. I think that was the first time I laughed at a joke a man made in a long time. When I said, "What do y'all got?" When he said, "What y'all gotta talk about?" I started crying. Because seriously, what do y'all?
It's a fair question. Hey, I'll find something. We canceling him. Like, you guys, I know I say like, oh, sometimes these things are funny. This one is so funny to me because, again, you would think, what the hell did they have in common? I think I literally said that at one point to him. Yeah. And again, like all interviews on Black Girl Wrestling, it's one take. So, make sure you.
It's funny because, guys, I want you to know I have access to be able to watch some of these things early, but I have purposefully abstained because I want to laugh with the rest of the jokes when this comes out. I really do turn alerts on for Danny's interviews.
I'm screaming
because they never disappoint. True.
I want to set it as. Should I set it as like an instant premiere we can watch together?
No, it messes up your view count.
Okay, then I won't do that. I don't really care, but I won't. Yeah, turn notifications on. It'll be dropping on March 1st because I wasn't gonna have a white man on my channel during Black History Month. But yeah, March 1st at midnight.
Yes. Also, thanks everybody for sticking with us through the technical difficulties today.
Yeah.
It won't be happening. I'll be back home.
It might happen.
And we can forget this ever happened because this is so ghetto.
This is really ghetto. The last week of Black History Month too.
We worked it out, and people still stuck around.
Pop my butt, pop my butt. I know that's crazy. We love you guys. And we will see you on Twitter. Love you, love you, love you. Bye, 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 bye. You're gonna have to end this thing. I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, no, I got it.